Hi everyone, hello, hope you're doing okay. Welcome to the live special on Saturday. Yes, it's the Canadian special. Now, I'm not reviewing Canada, as tempted as it might be, but yeah, it's Canadian chocolate basically. Yeah, so hello to everyone. Hi Scotty, yeah, hi Huffy, hi Rick, how are you doing? Hope you're all doing okay. Great to see you all. Yes, and you made it to one for, yeah, good to see you Scotty. Glad you could make it. I know you're normally out and about, but the rain's probably kept you in this time. Yes, hi there Huffy, hope you're doing okay. Good to see you. And Rick, of course, good to see you as well. Yes. Yes, I know you've been wanting this one for a long time. Might be too much chocolate to do for one episode, actually, so might have enough for maybe a part two. And I know Rick was considering sending me some stuff as well. Rick is from Canada, and Huffy from Canada as well, I believe. I think you're from Canada, aren't you, Huffy? I think you are. Good to see you anyway. Glad you could make it. Yeah, glad you could make it. So got plenty to go on with, really. Long story short is I got a few imported Canadian goods last year. Mean to review them for a long time, and I thought, you know what better way than doing like a Canadian special where I just review most of them at once. So I thought it'd be quite interesting to do that, really. So we've got quite a lot to go on. I know Rick was talking specifically about the cherry blossom, so we've got that. Maybe we'll read that halfway through. Maybe looks a bit interesting. Yeah, don't know, not sure what to make of it. Looks possibly nice, possibly like something out of Ghostbusters, but we'll see. That was right. That was it, Huffy. Yes, I remember now. You did say that. Yes, you did say. Sorry, yeah, I remember now. Yes, and you were saying how it's difficult to get the imported goods. That's right. I do remember. Apologies for that. Yeah, yeah. Basically, Rick is from Canada. I don't think he's moved over there. I think he's always been there. So yeah, and Sam Matson as well is another Canadian subscriber as well. But it doesn't. I think because of the time difference as well. I don't normally see him in the lives, but he does come retrospectively, basically. Yeah, good to see you anyway. Glad to see you. Hope you're doing all right. So what should we start with? We've got plenty going on. We've got, I don't know, there's quite a few here, you know. I'm not sure which one to start, which one will be best to start with, really. Let's get this huge one out of the way straight away, shall we? This Mr. Big one, look at this. Cadbury as well. Cadbury Mr. Big, yes. Let's have a, yes. I haven't tried many Canadian, I see, all right, I see. So how's that then, Huffy? I thought you'd be well into it over there to see what they're like. I mean, some of them just seem, well, they're all like Cadbury and Nestle seem to be sort of big over there, but from what I've seen anyway. Yes, we've got this one here. Even Mondelez Cadbury. There we go. Seems a lot of peanut bars is what I can see. Originale. French. Looks a bit like a sort of cross. Well, a bit like a cross between a Lion Bar and Reese's. Which one was it? Which Reese's nut bar? Maybe I can't remember. One of the Reese's bars anyway. Yeah, not the regular Reese's bar, but figure out which one it is. Scotty will know. Which Reese's bar does that one look like, Scotty? Yeah, you'll know which one it is. I can't quite recall which one it is. Like, is it the outrageous or whatever it's called, something like that? Yeah, hi Rick, glad you could make it. Great to see you. Yeah, great to see you. It is a big one. I mean, what's the weight on it? It doesn't feel very heavy though, but it says 60 grams. It feels quite light. I guess there's quite a lot of wafer in there, but it's still 60 grams. So quite a big one. Yeah. Yes, I'll try any chocolate you suggest. Let me just. Yeah, since I need to do sort of British chocolate. Well, you know, it is usually good, but yeah. One of those. Yes, I didn't notice about. Yeah, basically, yeah. So if you click the bell icon, you should hopefully receive the notifications. Yeah, but basically, every week I do a vote for the lives essentially. So yeah, yeah, so you could have. Well, you know, thank goodness it didn't matter. I guess is the gist of it. So one of them as well. One of them. Yes. Is Harry one of Isaac's what's it called? Non de plumes, whatever, Scotty. Is that the gist of it? I can't remember now. There's been so many of them. Who knows? Yeah, it looks like a Lion Bar. The outrageous bar, is that the one? Or Nutrageous? Is it called Nutrageous? But yeah, I know. Yeah, it is a bit like that. Let's have a look. Belly's on Reach Misty. Well, to be fair, there's loads of notifications, isn't there? I would understand, yeah. Maybe YouTube doesn't even post it. Who knows? But yeah, basically, usually you can't see them. You can see them if you go through on the mobile app, but on if you go what's it called? On the mobile app, it will show them as part of the feed, but it doesn't on the website. I don't know why. Same profile picture, is it? Right. Okay. Thanks, Scotty. Thanks for that. Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks for that, Scotty. It's not that dense wafer like, yeah, I thought it might be. It feels quite light. It's still heavy, 60 grams, but it feels light for its size, if you know what I mean. Okay, let's zoom down a bit. Excited about this one. Should be good. Yeah, you might have noticed a lack of different colours in my tops these past few weeks, and it's because basically they're only cheap tops. Basically, I get them because they're nice and colourful, but they're not very expensive. But unfortunately, it means they just fall apart. So I need to basically rebuy some of them. You know, the orange one's got a hole in it. The purple one's got a hole under its sleeve. I think the red ones shrank in the wash, so I need to basically replace them. So that's why I've been resorting to a limited range of colours lately. So I need to just rebuy them. But I also need to lose a bit of weight because I've just put on, you know, enough weight over Christmas and New Year. So it's preventing me from sort of considering buying new stuff too soon for food. Yes, it's one of those. Yes, and holiday. Yes, I think I can imagine. Yes. You hi there, Sin. I hope I know you've probably changed your name a few times, and so yeah, I do know you here from before. But good to see you again. Good to see you again. Off red though compared to the flag. Well, this is it. This one's yeah. Well, this is it. Well, this one I'm wearing at the moment is a bit purpley, but yes. Mr. Big sounds interesting. It's an interesting name for sure, definitely. And thanks for voting. Yes, yes. Well, there's been a bit of interest in the Canada. It's something a bit different, isn't it? That's the gist of it. But yeah, I hope you're doing okay, Sinner. Good to see you again. Hope you're doing all right. And yeah, I hope you had a good Christmas and New Year. Oh. Right, well, let's give this... there is quite big flourishes on this one, though. It's not quite as big as you think. So we will have to make a note of this, I think. So let's have a look. Got the ruler out. It'd be too long for the calipers. It's roughly 23 centimetres, roughly. So we'll give it a bit of an opening. We'll have a look at the shenanigans first. What does it say? It does have a French translation as well on these, so does that say anything interesting there? Does it focus in? Does seem to have palm oil in it, which is quite good. Can't see anything else of interest there. And now it's got the older sort of import sticker on here, so we're not going to get it perfect there. Oh, it does have palm oil, it says according to this, but these import stickers can often be wrong, so I didn't see palm oil on this bit, which is a bit odd. Oh no, there it is there. It is there, palm oil, there we go. So it does have palm oil in it. Okay, anything else of interest? Yeah, Cocoa Life Programme. So you can't really see the calories because of that sticker, which is a bit rubbish. Maybe it has something on there calorie-wise, but I don't think it does. So bit rubbish that they've done that. I must say. But there we go. Modified milk is what it said. Yeah, yeah, not sure what modified milk is. Yeah, modified palm oil as well. Modified milk, modified palm oil. Is modified palm oil even worse than palm oil? Yeah, not sure what that is. Does it mean genetically enhanced, whatever? Don't get your hopes up of all these, as you mentioned before. Yes, they're generally $1 or so. Excuse me. Yeah, well, don't worry. Well, to be honest with you, most sweets here are like that as well. You know, they're not very expensive. You know, so there we are. Just hit the spot from time to time. Yeah, well, that's just it. Oh, and hope you're doing well. Yeah, well, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. Hope you're doing all right as well. Yeah, it's good to see you back. Good to see you back. And hopefully this is going to be a... bless me, sneeze. I hope it's going to be a good year for you as well this year. Fingers crossed. And great to see you, Joe. Good to see you. Hope you're doing all right. Yeah, hope you're having a lovely day. And yes, and Happy New Year. Yeah. Okay, let's give this one a bit of an open then. So we said, I'll just remind myself, I think I said it was 23 centimetres, roughly. Give it a bit of an open then, and we'll see. Let's have a look. So yes, it's one of those that's not the most attractive of bars, it's fair to say, but so it was 13 centimetres, it's now 23 centimetres, it's now about 17 and a half basically. So we've lost 5.5 centimetres there, which is about just under a third of the bar, so quite a lot there. Yeah, so there we go. That's a bit knobbly, hard to sort of make it perfect. You can see there's some caramel coming through there. Definitely, it feels quite hefty now though, now I've got it out of the packet. About 2.1 centimetres in height. And in width, obviously a bit knobbly. So not going to be too accurate, about 2.7. And about 2.5 there. Yeah, so it can vary quite a bit. Okay, but looks quite nice. Yes, so Vina French ingredients sound healthier, yeah. Yes, they sound perfect in fact. Yeah, I won't understand any of it, but yes. Chocolate time, certainly is. Always the best time of the day. Mr. Medium. It's still a quite hefty bar, but definitely reduced in size from the yeah. There we go. But it looks pretty. It looks pretty hefty. Nice caramel coming through there. Let's give a bit of a chop. See if we can there we go. Not too bad, not too bad. Let's see, does it, it looks reasonable there. A bit bright here, see if we can, stuck my finger in the camera part, which is not the best. Okay, focusing. So I think that looks reasonably alike on the bar, on the packet. I mean, not 100% accurate, it doesn't seem quite as proportionate. So I guess the white part in the centre is not quite as wide. But not too bad. I think it's acceptable. Just trying to see if the problem is because it's all you can't see the actual description of it, which is a bit of a pain. See if I can just take off. So these stickers don't come off very easy as well. You can see I'm trying to take the sticker off, and it just doesn't. It's just not coming off. Yeah, so I can't really see a decent description of it, unfortunately. Let's see if there's any. Yeah, I can't really see one, unfortunately. So yeah, I might just have to go for it. Oh well, why not? Yes. Yeah, clean cut. I need a better knife really. I did have another one, but it disappeared. I still don't know where it went. It just completely disappeared. Oh, well, thank you so much, Dave. Yes, obviously, you know, perhaps one of those where hopefully things will go a lot better this year. Fingers crossed, and everyone will be all right. So yes. Oh, so thank you very much. Nice of you to say. Very nice of you to say. Right, let's have a see. Let's have a look. I'll just brighten up the picture a bit. Okay, so let's give this one a go. So I don't know if I've got quite a few chocolates from Canada. I don't know if I'll be able to go for them all today. We'll see how we get on, basically. But let's give this one a bit of a taste. So I've got a bit of a cross-cut here. So let's give it a go. So it looks pretty nice. I'd like to know just what that white bit was, but let's find it from the taste, I guess. Let's give it a go. It's quite light and airy, actually. Well, it is camera over the mouth. It's quite nice, actually. It's quite it is very light. I feel like the white bit tastes a bit like the sort of the cream from Pink Wafers in the UK. Those sort of like don't know what you call them really. Sort of wafer cream bars, I guess. That's what the sort of cream tastes a bit like. And it's a bit similar to that in sort of I'd say in heaviness as well. Really, it feels a bit. It's quite light, like one of those sort of wafer bars. I would say that the peanut's not too intrusive either. It's quite it's just there as a bit of an accompaniment rather than a massive sort of, you know, it's all about peanuts basically. Even though you might think that from the front of it, but it's not bad actually. I quite like this one. I say quite light. It's one of those where, as I say, it's quite like a bit of a wafer bar, and I think those sort of do come across as a bit cheap generally. Those way, it's more sort of like one of those, as I say, a sort of pink wafer bar than a Lion bar. Other than in appearance, so not bad, I think. Your favourite kind? Yes, chocolate, wafer, nuts, and caramel. Sensory perfection, I see. Yes, interesting. Well, you will like a lot of these. I think a lot of these Canadian bars seem to be quite similar to that. Or at least a few of them anyway that I've got. Most Canadian peanut things, apart from Reese's, are not overwhelmingly peanutty, if that makes sense. Yeah, I do know what you mean. I think that's, well, for me, that's not too bad. I quite like it to be a bit toned down a bit. One of those. Yeah, I think it's a bit like interesting one. I think it's quite nice, this one. It's quite a sort of light wafer. I think it's a bit sort of, I don't know, a bit of a border between, as I say, being a bit too airy and not, but I quite like the way it's different. It's not just like a Lion bar. It's quite an interesting one. Yeah, it's not bad. Hi Nathan, good to see you. Hope you're doing all right. Glad you could make it. Really good. Glad you could make it. Hope you're having a good New Year so far. Oh, great to see you again. Yeah, so interesting. You're on a diet now as well, Cindy. Yeah, I know. We are probably, well, not for the whole year, but probably for 2 or 3 months, I think, probably. One of those. Something to put on the show. I'd give it a try, but you remember those pink wafers? You probably remember those, Huffy, from the UK. It feels a bit like that one of those in the middle, you know, basically. I seem to have a centre like that. So quite a very light centre, and it's got that cream as well. I think for me, what would I rate it? I don't know. I quite like the fact that there's not loads of peanuts. I quite like the fact that it's quite crunchy. I quite like the fact it's wafery, but it just feels a bit. I feel like it would be better if it had a bit more substance, and I feel like the name suggests it should do. It's not bad though. It's not bad, but I just feel like it's. I feel like maybe I'd prefer. I think there's just better products out there, really. I feel like a Lion Bar is probably a bit better, although it doesn't have the peanuts, of course. But the Nutrageous or Outrageous, whatever it's called, the Reese's Bar, which is very similar to it, I think is definitely. I think is the one to go for. I would say a bit more peanut buttery. This one's a bit more wafery and a bit more lighter. So I don't know whether that's your cup of tea or not. For me, I think it's about 3.5 out of 5. Actually, that's not too bad, that one. But I just feel like it's. I don't think there was nothing sort of pushing it too much about that. It's more towards a 3 than a 4, basically, but not bad. Interesting. Reasonable start. Just have to clean this plate up. Yeah, reasonable start there. Not too bad at all. Let's get my knife cleaned. Just want to get the chocolate all away. I've come prepared sort of slightly nowadays with with some cloths and things. So I do clean up the plates as best I can in a reasonable amount of time. Well, there we go. All right. Yeah, so there we are. Not too bad. A good start. Yeah, sounds interesting. Yeah, it's worth trying, definitely. But I feel like maybe there's better out there. Yeah, I agree. Not too much substance. Yeah, it's quite light, and I think that's a good thing in some respects. But I think for the bar, you'd not be expecting that. I think for me, I was expecting it to be a bit more on the hefty side. A big peanut fan. Yeah, I see. All right. Yes. Well, yeah, probably it's not too bad. Peanut. I'm not a massive peanut fan. But that one wasn't too bad. I've definitely had ones with more peanuts in. Yeah, but yeah, well, as I say, so it's not bad for you. Actually, sorry, yeah, Rick, yeah. Yeah, so it's not too bad having a bit fewer peanuts. So yeah, it does work out a bit better, actually, I think. Yeah. I've got a very much a Canadian one here. This Nielsen's Jersey Milk chocolate. Basically just milk chocolate, really. Yeah, so it looks interesting. If we got anything of interest on it. So you've got some ingredients there. Milk chocolate contains milk, may contain peanut tree nuts. Yeah, okay. Mondelez Canada. So it is a well, it's Mondelez. Doesn't say Cadbury on it, but it is Mondelez. What have we got for the? We can see the nutritional stuff this time. So we got, presume that's 1 bar 45 grams. So what have we got? I think that's just the calories for the 1 bar, I think. So 13 grams of fat. How much of which are saturates? I'm not sure. Can't tell. So saturated 8 grams. Yeah. So there we go. Not too bad. In calories, does it say anywhere? 230. Okay, not too bad there. Yes. You have anything chocolate with peanuts? Not in chocolate for some reason. Peanut butter. I don't mind in. What's it? I'm the other way around actually. Well, I'm not a big fan of peanut butter on its own. But probably if it was like filled with sugar and things, I probably would do. But yeah. But I generally don't have peanut butter on its own. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't think I've ever tried it once or twice, but it didn't do it for me. But in chocolate, I like it. Well, interesting how you don't like that. Yeah, interesting one there. Yeah, save there, so it is an interesting one. You don't eat this one often, but not bad for what it is. I guess it's just chocolate, isn't it? But it does seem to be, well, I don't know. It seems to be a bit like a staple, a bit like a sort of a typical, Canadian chocolate, I guess you'd say. Did he sell Cliff Bars in UK? I've never heard of them before. It's a brownie. I like to eat a can now. It's a brownie. I've never heard of them before. Oh, but Scotty says he's heard of them. Yeah, I've never heard of them before. Maybe on imports. I've never seen them though. Yeah, see. Well, let's just zoom down a bit for this one. I think the packaging looks quite traditional. I like the colour of it. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Let's zoom down a bit. So I'll say we'll see how we get on with how many we do. I don't know. I've got yeah. I've got eight things to review, but I think it might be too many for one. So I might try and do maybe 4 or 5. We'll see how we get on. Jersey Milk, there we go. So it looks quite nice, doesn't it? This one, bit of flourishes again. Quite a small bar. Let's just adjust the brightness a bit to you can see how it's kind of a bit too bright. Okay, there we go. There we are. Yes. Do you like oat bars for energy? If it's the same Cliff Bars, yeah. Been around for 40 years at least, I see. I'm a lifelong Snickers fan. Yeah, I quite like Snickers actually. I think they're just they're better than I feel like they're quite a standard bar, but for some reason they've got such a heft to them. They're quite small nowadays, but yeah, I do quite like Snickers. But I do quite like Reese's. Yeah, Reese's cups. But I prefer the sort of Reese's bars generally. Ones that a bit more about them. Let's give this one a bit of an open then. So it's a bit broken because Just sometimes are when you get them imported, unfortunately. You know, they've just been through the post 50 times. Okay, so we can't really measure it too well. There we go, so a bit of a segmented bar. So I think the segments look quite wide, I think you'd say. Say Jersey milk on it, if you can see that. Yeah, I think the quite wide gaps between the segments, I would say. A bit too wide, I think. You know, let's just see if we can piece it together again. Okay, this one's this bit has had a bit too much damage. But there we got it roughly. But it's sort of done, sort of. Okay, we'll give it a slight measure as best we can anyway. Do with the old width. 5 centimeters there. And the length roughly. About 11. Not too bad. And obviously we can still do the height. But yeah, I'm a bit, don't really like these big gaps between the block. I think it's just a bit too much. Not quite as bad as Toblerone that time. 1 centimeter in height there. Between it. 5 millimeters. Maybe 5, maybe almost, well, yeah. But you can see that gap there. I mean, it's very wide, that. I think that's a bit too wide. You know, the gap is almost a centimeter. You know, it's yeah. And the actual width of each block itself, on the top at least, is only 1.3. So you know, you're talking about 3.5 millimeters difference between the actual, you know, the gap and the size of the segment. So a bit, yeah, very disappointing, that one. Yes. It seems still quite natural for what it is. Yeah, well, look better than all the other, what was it, reconstituted milk, whatever it was. So seem a bit more, yeah, what was it referred to in the other one? Can't see what it was now. Modified, that was it, modified milk and stuff like that. So yeah, these ones don't, well, it doesn't say modified anyway. Yeah. Did it have any palm oil in it, but I don't think I saw any palm oil. No, not too bad then. Unsweetened chocolate. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Yes. Do you generally keep your eye on expiry dates? Yeah, generally try to. Sometimes with imported products, it can be a bit of a pain. Sometimes you actually get them expired. Now, it probably shouldn't be like that, but sometimes you do. Generally, I try to. Yeah, like this one I noticed was fine. 2022, I think it says. Yeah. You know, so a lot of them have been, they're all alright as far as I remember checking anyway. But yes, you know, I put them in date order nowadays as well, so I try to keep them an eye on them and, you know, review them in that order basically. But sometimes, yeah, with some imported products, you actually get them out of date, and I'm not sure what to make of that really. You know, I feel like I could send them back, but I feel like some of them have been and gone, if you know what I mean. And sometimes the date doesn't matter too much in some products. It depends which ones they are really. And for the Reese's bars rather than the cups, yeah, me too, Scotty, me too, yes. Yeah, anticipate this one with plain tasting. Me too, I think, basically. But you never know, They changed the design from years ago. It's slimmer, more like aero bar segments. Well, this one was. Yeah, see, okay. Yeah, interesting design. I feel strange how they changed the design. You would have thought it would be quite a traditional bar, but yeah. Yes. Written Mr. Big on the list for later. Definitely worth trying. An interesting bar. Yes. You would add a handful of peanuts. Is that to the list? Okay, stiffen myself up and give this one a taste. I think this one's going to be a typical chocolate. I feel it's going to be, I don't know. I feel like it might be quite dry. I don't know why. It doesn't look, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But it does say, you know, it's got milk written all over it. So, you know. Okay. Let's see. Jersey milk. All right, let's give one segment a taste. Let's give it a go. Interesting taste, actually. It is. What does it taste like? It's very interesting. It's quite milky. It is quite a milky chocolate. It's quite, but it is quite powdery at the same time. It's a weird one. It definitely does have a milky taste to it, though. not bad, interesting. It's definitely a milky chocolate. It definitely is so. It's more so than than like sort of dairy milk or something like that. There's a sort of very milky taste to it. I think it's quite an interesting one. Don't know, difficult one, this one. Yeah, very interesting. And hello there, Jacob. You doing all right? Good to see you. Recommend Cadbury Oreo? Well, I don't recommend it, no. I'm not a big fan of these Oreo-filled bars. There is one bar, if you can find it, the Cadbury Oreo sandwich bar, which is a great one, which actually has mini Oreos, sort of with a chocolate slab of dairy milk in between them. That's a great bar, but it's hard to find if not been discontinued. I still have one in my stash somewhere. But I don't generally I don't feel like these Oreo bars really taste that great. What I would recommend is the Oreo coated biscuits. If you get an Oreo, so basically Oreos but coated in chocolate, I would recommend them, and I would recommend them over any Cadbury's Mondelez Oreo bars, because I just feel like those cream centres are just not that great. I'm not a big fan of those myself. If you really like those sort of creamy Oreo-y type centres, then I think it probably would be for you. But for me, I would go for the Oreo coated if you want an Oreo hit with chocolate. Yeah, that's what I would go for. Only a few simple ingredients. Yes, this is it. Yes, Jersey milk. You say it's made with milk from Jersey cows. Well, it does imply that. I don't know what the Jersey is. Yeah, whether it's it doesn't really elaborate on it. But then, yeah, I don't know. Did it? Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if that's what it is. You would think so, wouldn't you? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It tastes quite. I don't know what it tastes like actually. Let's see. It does taste quite. It's not bad. I don't mind it really. I feel like it's quite a plain chocolate. I feel like it's. I hesitate to say the word. I don't want to say like I don't know. It tastes like a very sort of typical unbranded chocolate. I think I'd say it's quite. But it's still not too bad. I just don't. I don't know. Hard to say. I don't feel like if I had this one, I would guess that it was a sort of major branded chocolate. It tastes quite standard to me, but it's not a bad one, no, by any means. I do quite like it. I just think it's okay. It's an average chocolatey taste. It's not too bad. It just is what it is. It's like quite a milky chocolate. I don't feel like it sort of tastes. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's like someone said before. It's quite a sort of standard bar, and it is quite a standard bar, really. Yeah. But it doesn't taste like that sort of American chocolate. It doesn't taste like that really. It tastes quite nice. I'm not against it at all. I'd say it's not quite. I think I prefer it than chocolate, say Ritter Sports General sort of chocolate, where it's a bit too milky. That chocolate, I think, for me. Maybe it's too thick or a bit of both. This one I think balances quite well. I think it's quite a nice chocolate. I'm quite happy to eat it. I just feel like it'd probably be better to have something else with it. Or it's not. I don't know. It's not quite thick. It's got those big gaps between the blocks and stuff. I don't know. It's not perfect really. I feel like it would be better if it's thicker or bigger blocks or something like that. It's not too bad. It's just quite an average one. I think it's quite an easy 3 out of 5. That one, I think. It's not offensive. It's just it is. I don't like this expression, but it basically is what it is. It is what it is. It's just a sort of milk chocolate really, but it's quite milky. There's a weird sort of powderiness to it, I think. It is quite dry all the same, so it's a bit of a funny one, but it's more. But that doesn't detract from it really. But yeah, interesting one. I feel like it probably is, as someone also mentioned, quite natural. I feel that's something going for it as well. But yeah, it's not bad. I don't mind it, but it's just a milk chocolate. There's nothing, going to blow your mind about it. But yes, this is it. So you're right. Yes, we do, don't we? Yes, yeah. I assume they probably export it as well. Maybe even Jersey cows exist in other countries. So, I imagine so. You'd think so. Yeah, never understood what the Jersey part meant. Well, it could be the place. It could be a cardigan, I guess. But it's probably the milk. I imagine it is from the cows. Yeah. I think they're like the sort of the light brown colour cows, Jersey cows. I think they are. One of those. Not bad, this one. It's not bad. I don't dislike it. It's just quite a standard chocolate. Yeah. It's not too bad. Jersey's one of the Channel Islands. Yes. Yeah, it is a breed of cow. Yes, it is. Yeah, they're like, I'm sure they're quite like a light brown colour cow, basically. Yes. Well, I'm not an expert on cows, but there is a board game actually where you do trading cows that I've got. Yeah, I've got to play all sorts of board games, in modern board games. Great Western Trail it's called. I'm sure there's Jersey cows in that, and I'm sure they're like a light brown colour. And I think I've seen them anyway as well. Yeah, no, it wasn't special. It was okay. Just yeah, I think that sums it up pretty well there, Scotty. It's not special, basically. It's quite a standard bar. There's nothing like a dairy milk, milk chocolate is quite standard, I think you'd say, but it has a bit of a velvetiness to it. It's quite nice and indulgent. It's got something a bit more about it. This one was quite standard. Yeah. So there we go. One of those. Yes. Oh, hi Andrew. Good to see you. Yes. Can be doing a half white chocolate cream egg to up to 10,000 campaign this year. I see. Yes, we watch out about it. Presumably, assume the other half is dairy milk. It's not just a half an egg. Hopefully not. Good to see you, Andrew. Hope you're doing all right, and I hope your university work's going well. Right. Okay. So yes. So what should we try now? Let's try this O. Henry bar. I think yeah. Let's try this one. I remember Rick was talking about this one for some time. O. Henry. I feel like that wasn't that the name of it's Hey Arnold, wasn't it? I was going to say was it the name of a cartoon, but okay, yes. So there we go. Yes, looks. What's this one then? What does it say? There we go. If it's focusing, crunchy peanuts, chewy fudge, creamy caramel, covered in a chocolatey coating. I think that says. Does it say anything else? Is that the French? Yeah, there we go. I think that says coating down there. Yeah, all right, interesting. So, yeah, cream chewy fudge then. This has an interesting one. This feels got a bit more heft to this one than the, even though it probably isn't as heavy as the other one. It does have a bit more heft to it. Where's the weight? Well, it is actually as heavy, 58 grams. It's about 2 grams lighter. Yeah. We've got the old nutritional stuff there. 1 bar, 58 grams. Calories, 280. 16 grams of fat, 6 of which are saturated. So not bad for saturated fat wise. Yeah, okay. A bit of a colour code on that side. Right, let's give it a bit of an open. Oh, Henry's a classic. Yes, this is the one. I'm sure I remember Rick talking about this one as well. Yes. Just move myself down. So, yeah. I'm looking forward to this one. It should be quite nice. Sounds, let's say, quite peanutty. I'm not a massive peanut fan, but I have warmed to them in chocolate, so we'll see. Joe's back. Hi, Joe. Glad you could make it back. Yes, and hey, Arnold. Yes. Where have you been, Joe? By the way, are you working? I hope I'm not disturbing you too much. Yeah, hey, Arnold, the kids' TV show. Yeah, with that little kid with the blonde hair. Yes. You compare it to Snickers almost. Okay, but more nougat. That's good. I like the nougat in Snickers. I quite like the Snickers nougat actually. That's another hefty one. Yeah, definitely has a bit of heft to it, but flourishes again. I'll just check I've got the brightness correct. Let's have a check. Okay, yeah, didn't adjust it a bit. There we go. All right. Yeah, Son Henry sounds like a catch for his frustrated wife. It does a bit in a 1970s sitcom. It does a bit. Yeah. A bit like was it some mothers do have him? What was he called in that? The main character. I can't remember what he's called now. Let me know if you can remember that one. What was his name? I can't remember what he's called now. But his wife always said, oh, his name. I remember quite a lot, so I think you're right there. It's old and Snickers, you say? Right, okay. Yeah, interesting one. Yeah, I don't know how old Snickers actually is, actually. Bit of a chew. Okay, so it could be some time with this one. Yes, I had Henry's peanut butter. We might have that one as well, actually, That was basically Reach's Outrageous bar. Yeah. Both made by Hershey's, okay. Right, well, let's give this one a go. Let's say, well, give it an open actually. Let's say quite a lot of flourishes here, so I'll notice that with a couple of these bigger bars, which have been a bit disappointing because the whole point of them being bigger is that they are actually bigger. About 19 centimetres this one. It's not the 23 in length that the other one was, which goes to show how light the other one was as well. Give it a bit of an open. Okay. So again, one of those bars, it's not the most attractive to look at. It's fair to say. So it was 19 centimetres. 14 now, basically. So lost 5 centimetres. So when you consider it's over, yeah, that's quite a lot really. It's over, over a third of the bar lost. I say a fifth is an acceptable amount generally for flourishes, and it's not ideal, but it's what I say is within tolerance, in my opinion, and that's well over it. Okay, let's give the height. A bit knobbly, so it can be difficult to too accurate, but we'll see what we can do. At 1.7 on the flattest parts, but on the knobbly bits, well, almost 2 actually. Width at the bottom, again it's knobbly. About 3.4, but then it can be, no, it can be about 3.3, but that's not quite at the bottom. That seems about right. Did we do the height of it? We did, yes. Okay, yeah. All right, there we go. Okay. Let's give it a chop then. So it's going to be chewy. This one might be difficult to chop, but we'll see what we do. We'll see how we do. Ooh, yeah. Okay, there we go. Right, there we are. Yes. Yeah, sneaking in there. Sneaking in. Yeah, it is, yeah. So it is ready. It is ready. We might do that one in a second, actually. Yes, see what that's like. Hopefully it'll be all right. Fingers crossed. In Chile now, to no work on Saturday. That's good, Joe. I thought you worked on Saturdays. I'm sure you said one day you did do. But well, either way, glad you're not doing. What's that? What was it? Some of us do have them. It's very much a UK TV sitcom from the 70s. I just can't remember what the main guy's name is and what was he called. Was it Richard Crawford or something? Can't remember now. Anyway, never mind. All right, there we go. So quite a sort of wide. Definitely got surrounded in peanuts there. You can see it's very much a peanutty bar. This one. There you go. Got a fudge centre there, so that's not bad. Looks to be bits of caramel on some of the peanuts as well. Okay, interesting. So yeah, very much a fudge one. This one. So it does sound interesting. As I say, so it does sound like it will be substantially different than other bars. I think that fudge centre is quite good. Yeah, appreciate this blend of peanuts and caramel. Gives a chewy consistency. It certainly will do, yes. Let's see, but the fudge centre looks very interesting to me as well. Yeah. Okay, let's lift up. Give this one a go. Yeah. Okay. Right, let's just... So let's see. Right, yeah, some cars driving past. You might hear some random noises there. Apologies for that. Okay, let's give this one a go. So it looks very chewy. Might be some time. Let's give it a try. I might bite a bit off actually. It is quite similar to a Snickers in consistency. It's quite the nougat's the main difference really. It's a bit more maybe a bit more vanilla-y tasting, I think. Interesting one. There's less nougat as well. I would say it's less chewy than the Snickers, for me at least. Mind you, sometimes those Snickers have been refrigerated, so I'm not sure. Difficult one. I feel like there's a bit less chew though. I'm instinctively thinking there's less chew than the Snickers here. It's okay. It's okay. I feel for me, I'd probably rather have a Snickers. I feel like Snickers just has a bit extra taste in the nougat, really. It's a bit more chewy as well. But it's very similar. It's very similar. Is the gist of it. It's not too much different, but I think for me, a Snickers just wins out on that one. I think. It's a chew around the fudge as a kid and eat the fudge last. I love it when you used to do things like that as a kid. You know, just really sort of make the most out of these chocolate products and things. I think it's really, yeah, I used to do things like that as well. Sometimes, though, some bars you can't do that anymore. You know, they've changed them so much that it's not as thick as it used to be. You know, which is really frustrating, or the chocolate or whatever, like a Jacob's Club or a McVitie's Club as they are now. It's a really thick chocolate around the edge, and you could nibble it off as a kid. And obviously, I realised I had a smaller mouth and things back then, but I just don't think it's possible anymore. If you look at it, it's just there's hardly any thickness there at all. So it's a real shame when things like that happen. Monster Munch crisps as well, something that have changed the shape to an extent where you can't really nibble them in the way I used to when I was a kid. Yes, it's one of those. Yeah, one of those. Yeah, white cream egg. Someone found one a few years back. Really, yeah, work better than you expect. It'd be interesting. You should just do them normally, shouldn't they? They should just do them normally. It'd be a good idea to do it really, just as a limited edition. Yeah, would be quite nice. I wouldn't mind trying one. Definitely, I definitely buy. Well, I definitely would review them, of course. But yeah, oh dear. But yeah, it'd be worth a bit, I think. Interesting one, this one. Yeah, for me, I don't know. Long story short is, it's basically a Snickers, but just not as good in my eyes. I just feel like I think the fudge is just not quite as interesting as the. And I quite like the sort of nougat sense. I don't know if it's. No, it's called fudge in this one, nougat in Snickers. I don't know if it's the same thing or not. It tastes roughly the same, but I think it's the same consistency. But I think this one is a bit more vanilla-y, really. So I think that's the difference. But for me, I do prefer the fudge in the Snickers. It's still not too bad though. But again, it's quite an average. It's just one of those average bars. That's a bit, Snickers is quite an average bar. I don't know. It's probably because it's just been around for ages. It's not too exciting. And this is probably the case with this sort of, O. Henry bar as well. It's quite a sort of, I guess it's quite a typical staple bar, but perhaps not going to blow anyone's socks off. Yeah, I think for me, it's quite a similar one. If you love peanuts, again, like with any of these, like with Snickers and things, you could probably add a half a mark or a mark on. But I think for me, I'm not a massive peanut fan, but I do like the substance in Snickers and things. And yeah, I think for me, this one's just about a 3 out of 5. It's okay. I think a Snickers would probably be a 3.5 for me. So I think that's the difference. There's not a massive in it, but I just think for me it's not quite as it doesn't give me quite as the same hit as a Snickers does. But it's very close, but not quite as good. Yeah. You remember buying cream eggs and finding the wrapper on the back being half opened? Yeah, well, I wonder if that was what Andrew was talking about, trying to search for these white eggs from one of the limited edition offers or whatever. But they do come undone quite a lot, though, I've noticed. They are a bit rubbish, those wrappers, those 4 wrappers on them. They do sometimes just open up, so a little tear. Yeah, it could well be what it was, but as I've noticed that it does happen naturally anyway. It's a bit frustrating, that. Yeah. Yes. Is the judge the same white cream without the yellow yolk in that egg? Is it? Oh, just the same. I imagine it's meant to be. I assume it's just the same. Andrew will probably say, "Oh, there we go. He said it there." Let's see what's Andrew said. A white chocolate cream egg. Okay, yeah, well, yeah, I imagine it's exactly the same, but just white chocolate. I thought that's what you meant, Rick, but I'm not sure. But anyway, yes, basically just the same, but with a different coloured chocolate, as far as I know. But yeah, same products. I wouldn't buy in case anymore because they got smaller, more expensive over time. Yeah, not so. I know it's a shame, isn't it, when they do that? It really is a shame. Yeah. It's still sometimes they're still quite nice, but when you've had an experience as a child, you want that to continue, don't you? And that's what you want from it. You want that same experience and to do the same things, So yeah, it's a bit of a change, but as you say, when you just make things smaller all the time, it's real pain. You got to know the Plu code off by heart to scam cream eggs, though. Honestly, yeah, the Plu. Honestly, yeah. What does Plu say? Product something unit. Not sure, really. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, really. Product line. There we go. That must be what it is. Yeah. Honestly, I know the SKU is where you've got the size or whatever as well. The Plu is the product itself. There we go. Yes. Right. I guess they could be similar though. They could be equate to the same thing, but in some cases. 1969. Yeah, was last bit I can remember. I say, okay, I'll write from the Plu. I say yes. I said if you were that old, but yeah. I think meant a white cream egg, just a cream egg without the yellow. Okay, right, yeah, I get you. We do have those annoying white cream eggs, which are what are they called, Andrew, again? Well, not the scream eggs, the goo eggs, aren't they? Yeah, they're just rubbish. They're basically our Cadbury's cream eggs, but without the yellow. Yeah, I see. Yeah, it's such a cream of white chocolate shell. Yeah, I thought that. Well, that's what I've assumed it is, Andrew. Yeah, I assume it's that. Yeah, I assume it's that. But as I say, I've just assumed that. Mainly stuff from Elmer Chips. Oh, is that company? I don't know. Yeah, I've not heard of that company before, Joe. Yeah, but basically, is that your experience? Is it where they've just made everything smaller? Yeah. And here we go again. Yes, the 31st July. Yeah. I assume it's because they just they don't want them in the shops anymore. So they just, I think we said that last time, didn't we? I assume that's what it is. Barcode code SKU, I mean. Yeah, I think, I think the SKU and it's the same difference, I think. There is such a thing as a Plu, and it is I think it's basically the same difference. I think it's basically where you don't, I think the SKU and the Plu are the same for things like chocolate. I think if you had like cloves, the SKU is different because of the size. So basically, it'll be the Plu with the size on it, essentially. Interesting one, yeah. To be honest though, Mr. Big and O. Henry have never decreased in size. Oh, that's not too bad then. Yeah, that's not bad. Well, that's good then that they haven't. Yeah, that's at least something. I think Snickers definitely has. Yes, they make the Easter eggs far in. They make the Easter eggs far in. I'm not sure what that is, Scotty, but yeah, far in advance. I think that's going to be said. Yes, far in advance. Yes, well, there's that too. Yes. Yeah, so there we are. Yes, there we go. Yes, white shell and centre. Yeah. Well, the white shell, but yeah, I think it's got regular centre with the yellow in it. But yes, yeah. Should be interesting. Interesting. Should do it all the time, like Andrew says, really. Screen makes so much nicer. Well, nice looking. Couldn't have cost that much more to make. Yeah, well, they make them anyway. That's what I don't understand. Yeah, you know, they've got all they have to do is change the. Well, I don't say, well, they don't make them anyway, but all they have to do is change the colouring. So, you'd think so. Yeah. It possibly is, Joe. Yes, I've not heard. I've just not heard of them before. So it might be, or it might be where well, maybe it's under another name in other countries. Just you know, they're owned by a company that owns both brands, and just in the UK or whatever, it comes under a different name. But it could well be just something I've not heard of. It's very, very probable. Yeah, found Tesco Brazilian section, Joe. We'll see. Some of the drinks were made under license in Portugal. Interesting. I've not seen that, but yeah, that's quite an interesting one. Yes, someone applied to comment on your fries chocolate cream video today. I've not checked the comments today. I need to do that. 2 years ago, said to me the plain one tastes lemony, but someone replied saying the flavour is lemon oil. I see. All right, I see. Right, interesting that one. Yeah, chocolate cream. Well, I would never have thought they tasted lemony, but I can't quite recall now. Yeah, an interesting one, that one. Yeah, like it was. No, don't worry, Scotty. I knew what you meant. Yeah. No worries at all. No worries at all. Oh, I see. Yes. Orange Oil and Cassie's. I'm going to have to ask if they work for the company or something. Yeah. We used to work in the factory. Well, interesting one, because I would never have said it with that. Yeah, I would never have guessed that. And I can't remember it from the ingredients, that's for sure. But interesting one. Worth an ask. Yeah, worth an ask, Andrew. All right, yeah, go on, Greek. Kurdistan. Brilliant. Good to see you. Well, it's really nice to see you. Hope everything's going well there. Yeah, great stuff. Yeah, really nice to see you. Hope you're doing okay and having a lovely day. Yeah, welcome to the channel. Right, let's try it. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll try the peanut butter one, I think, while we're, we'll compare it to see what the difference is. So we've got actually Reese's peanut butter as well. So that's an interesting one. Oh, Henry of Reese's. With some French there. I presume it says with Reese's peanut butter. Well, it could be anything. Interesting one. So got the sticker on it, unfortunately, so we can't tell what's going on. But just Oh Henry Reese's peanut butter bar. It's got palm oil in it. Interesting. As I say, we can't see the calories anymore. It's a bit stupid, really. I hate these import stickers. But anyway, we might be able to take this one off. But there we go. This one came off quite well. So we can see it. Normally they don't come off very easily. As you imagine, they want them to. So it's a 58 gram bar again. 300 calories per bar. Let's see, 19 grams of fat, 6 of which are saturates. So there we go. So yeah, very similar sort of thing, I think, this one. Let's zoom down, give it a look. Interesting, isn't it, how the, let's say, Canada and other countries have their own sort of takes on certain bars that are quite staples. Like this one, obviously, a bit more of your... Do you have Snickers in Canada as well? I assume you would do. But then I would have said that about Mars's in the US, and they don't. So, yeah, interesting. Let me know. Okay, let's have a see. So we got 19 centimeters here. Yeah, we did that before, didn't we? It's going to go down to, what was it? Was it 5.5 centimeters? Did we say? Yes. Just came back. What have you missed? Well, you've missed. I know Henry Bar, Mr. Big. I think you might have seen Jersey Milk. And a bit of chat as well. So there we go. Yeah, not too much, I don't think. We're now just doing the O. Henry Reese's peanut butter version. Yeah, so I think I might prefer this one, But we'll see. We shall see. Yes. So you fries chocolate cream always tastes a bit citrusy and sugary. Sugary definitely for me. I've never noticed the citrusy, but as you say, looks very ominous. Lemon oil, orange oil. Yeah, interesting. Definitely does explain it. Yeah. Yeah. Can see why it's citrusy slightly, the fries bar. Yeah. Interesting one. Cassie, is that not black currant? I have no clue. Snickers everywhere. Harder to find these ones in the US. Yeah, see. Well, it's funny because Mars Bar is basically Snickers without the peanuts in. I thought they were like a big thing, but they don't have them in the US. They're the Milky Ways, essentially. So, yeah, so I wasn't sure. I would have otherwise have said it, but yeah. Okay, let's give this one an open then. So, we're expecting very similar, but obviously with Reese's peanut butter. So let's have a bit of a see. So what was it 19 centimeters? Did we say? So you can see it's basically the fat from the peanut butter's coming through. You can see that it happens quite a bit on Reese's products. 14 centimeters, yeah, 14.2. So it's lost about 5 centimeters, like we said. So yeah, so same problems there. Did I give a rating to the other one? I can't recall now. Yeah, I gave it a 3, didn't I? Yes. And it got the same problems, like 3 centimeters, 3.1. Also 3.25 in places. A bit knobbly. About 2.1 in some places. 1.8 in others, so it can depend. Alright, let's give it a bit of a chop. Okay, it smells quite nice actually. It's got a bit of a nice smell coming from it, this one. Not bad. Very much a Reese's smell, to be fair. Bit of a chop. So I'm guessing possibly, rather than the fudge in the centre, it's just got Reese's peanut butter. So we'll see if we can look at the description in a second. Let's have a look. Yeah, got some caramel there as well, which is interesting. I quite like that. So this probably is basically a Reese's outrageous bar, whatever it's called. Well, yeah, basically the same bar. Is that caramel up there in that bit? Or is that like just a gap? It's probably just a gap where the peanuts made some space. But yeah, we can see some caramel there clearly. Unusual other caramel. It's noticed that the other one as well doesn't really go all the way over the top. It's just sort of a bit of it on the side or bits of chunks of it. But interesting. Okay. Let's give it a yeah. Bring back fries 5 cents. If we missed Andrew, we've missed you saying. I've done a fries 5 cents a bar emoji in Discord and in here as well, but only members can use it. See if I can do it now. Actually, see if I can. It's quite difficult to see actually, so you know it's probably not the best, but you know, see if I can do it anyway. Let's have a look. Will it do it? Can we see it? Is it there? Did I remember it? There we go. Yes. There we go. Oh no, it's the Kit Kat one. No, I did select the one. I'm sure I did, but let's have a look. Let's have a see. Select the right one this time. Do it with the mouse this time, just to. There we go, I think that's it. There we go, yes, there we are. Quite small, but it is fries 5 cents. Did it with you in mind. It's there in Discord as well, and you can react to it and stuff like this. Call it cobblestones like your streets over there, see? It does look a bit like cobblestones. I quite like cobblestone streets, but apparently not good for high heels, so I've heard. I've seen Snickers in China. Yeah, crikey, yes. Well, I can imagine, yeah, I can believe that probably, yes, as well. Wonder if did they have them in, yes, was it Kazakhstan? Yeah, Kurdistan. Did they have them in Kurdistan? See, interesting as well, that Kurdistan, because of course, well, I don't know, very, yeah, difficult part of the world, I imagine. So hopefully it's going well where you are. Fingers crossed it is by TA. We still have some cobblestones in Manchester as well, but they're usually quite, you know, yeah, not prominent streets. But I saw one just yesterday, actually, a little back street. Oh, hi QP, great to see you. Hope you're doing all right. Great to see you. Oh, I hope you're having a lovely day. Really nice to see you again. Oh, thanks for popping in. What are you eating, by the way? You're usually having something to eat while we review these. So what are you having this time? Ah, there you go. Well, that leads on from that. QP usually has the right idea. She has a bit of chocolate at the same time, but yes, I certainly know. Well, yeah. Well, of course, you know I've got it covered on my side, but there we are. Well, there you go, Scott. It's working, is it? Really? Well, there's the Kit Kat one. Nice neon keyboard. Yeah, it's got nice flashy. It's what do they call them? I forgot what they're called now. Mechanical keyboard. Yeah, so you can customize the lights and make them do all sorts of flashy stuff. Yeah, so it's quite it's quite nice for it. It's a bit messy at the moment, but yes, you can see changes colours and stuff. I've just got it to rotate the colours at the moment, but when you press them, yes, you can see it's changing colour and things. So yeah, we can do all sorts of stuff. It's quite nice. Not cheap though, but you know. There we go, fries 5 cents, there we are. But Scotty can use them, yes. Well done, Scotty, there we go. Good stuff indeed, Scott. Thanks for checking that. You know, I thought it might have just taken a day to persist through. It's working, great stuff. Very much approved. Yeah, unfortunately, Andrew, you can use them on Discord, but on YouTube, unfortunately, you need to be a member. There's nothing I can do about that. It's a bit of a shame, but yeah. But I'm glad you approve. Oh, I used to get cobblefoot. I've not even heard of that. That's an interesting one. Yeah, did you get your 200 kilograms of sweets, QP? Did they arrive with that skip? Sci-fi keyboard. Yeah, it's quite an interesting one. And as I said, it changes all. You can do different patterns on it and all sorts. When you type on it, it actually changes colour as well. So it's quite interesting. Let's see if I can show you, actually. It's quite good. Have a look. I think it does anyway. Let's see. Get you yeah, you can see there. There you go. So quite an interesting one. There we go. Yeah. So you can make it do all sorts basically, but you know. Oh no, it's actually quite small, was it? Oh, that's a shame. Not the truckload you're envisaging then. But it was only £1. Not too bad. Not too bad. You enjoyed the corn bites, but thinking of going to Aldi. Yeah, let me know if they've got anything good there, Scotty. No, right, just give this a taste. I'm a bit excited about this one, but I think it's very much like a Reese's Nutrageous bar, this one. It's probably just a repack, actually. To be honest with you, I imagine we're very similar. Right, let's have a go. Let's give this a go. I'm excited for this one. I think it'll be quite nice. Yes, it's quite oily, though. You can definitely feel the the oil coming through, but okay. Yeah, for me this is more up my street. I mean, it's not that the other one wasn't really, but it's just the other one was not quite as good as the Snickers, and this one's in a different it's a different product basically. It's nice. So it's pretty much a Reese's Nutrageous bar or whatever it's called. I like the addition of the Reese's peanut butter. Obviously, I think well, she was mentioning it before, but someone wasn't too keen on Reese's peanut butter in chocolate. I think it was got his name now. The gentleman that keeps changing his name a bit. It was Jesus Lives last time. Save Sinner. There we go. Yes. This one for me, yeah, very, very nice. Obviously, Reese's peanut butter is quite sweet. It's definitely a sweetened peanut butter. It's not just a standard one. Looks great. You like the look of it, Joe? Yeah, it's not bad at all. I think for me, this one's not bad. It's quite peanutty still. Obviously, peanut fans will definitely like it. I think for me, it's a bit too peanutty for me, as in, it's not the peanut butter, it's the peanuts around the edge, and it's a bit too much for me, sort of. Not bad, though. I like it. I think for me, it's, I've reviewed the Nutrageous bar, and I don't think I've published it yet. I think I've reviewed it, I've just not edited it. It's nice, and I quite like the packaging. I like the way it's quite sort of that sort of off-orange colour. I like the way it's not just Reese's colour, which I think they had to do, really, because otherwise it would just like a Reese's product. Not a No Henry one. Interesting. I don't know. I think for me, it's just the peanuts are just a bit too much for me. You know, around the edge. You know, it's just. I don't mind. I'm just not a big sort of whole peanut fan. I don't mind them in, say, Snickers, where I think it's a bit more integrated with all the sort of caramel and things. It seems to work a bit better for me. Whereas in this one, it's just a bit too prominent. But I think, you know, people like Jao, for instance, I'm sure Scotty as well, and perhaps some other people would prefer that and probably give this half a mark more. I may have given the Nutrageous bar a 4, I'm not sure, but I think for me at the moment, as it stands today, I'm going to give this a 3.5 out of 5. It's nice, it's not bad. It's not bad. I just think it's just a bit too peanutty for me. But I prefer it over the regular one. I think for me, I think I like the sort of like the other direction this one's gone in. I think the other one I think I'd prefer to have a Snickers with. But it's not bad at all. I like that one. It's almost a 4 maybe. On another day I could have given that a 4, but I think the right mark is a 3.5. I think. Not bad at all. I'll do something you 100% miss. The bargains in there were insane. Yeah, I know I was mentioning Steve Jones. He might be watching, or he might be watching after the event, but I know he's very much a fan of Aldi. I'm not a big fan of Aldi myself. I don't mind the prices, of course. I just don't like the supermarket. I just don't like the layout of it at all. I really don't like the layout. Same with Lidl as well. I'm just not a fan of. I don't like this. It's not an enjoyable experience for me going in that supermarket. They have like a weird checkout system as well, where you kind of have to rush to put your things in your bag or go off to some shelf somewhere else now. Been a Aldi, it might be Lidl, it might be both of them. I don't like that either. Yeah, I don't know. It's not a supermarket for me, and I don't like the way you have weird offers in there as well. Like you can like sometimes I'm trying to look for limited edition chocolate, and it'll be next to like a car tire or something. You know, like a car tire, some carrots, a limited edition chocolate, like a children's toy or something, like a children's Jeep or something like that. I just don't like it. I'm not a fan of it at all. But the prices are good. But I don't like the supermarket. Cobble foot, cobby wobblers, yes. Sore feet after walking on cobbles or stone pavings. Used to get around there. I've never had it before, but I've never really walked. I quite like cobblestone. I like walking on them. Obviously, after a period of time, I wouldn't if I got that. But I actually I like cobbled streets. They're nice. There's a really in Manchester. There's a really tall cobbled street around the back of Piccadilly Station. You can drive down it, and it makes all that sort of noise as you're going down in your car. I quite like it. Now I'm to walk up, I imagine, but there we go. Yeah, interesting. What was I was about to say something else than I thought it was. Yeah, there's a series in the UK, Bob Mortimer and Paul Whitehouse, and he made some. I think he got some corn on the cob. You know, like and he covered it in Wotsits, crushed Wotsits. And then they had them on a stick, and he called them cobby wobblers. That's what I said before. And that's really nice, actually. I think it was really good. So try that. Corn on the cobs covered in crushed Wotsits or Cheezos in the US, I guess they are. Yeah. I've not tried them. I'd like to. Found Mackey's Home Bargains. I found them in, I think it was Lidl or Aldi, actually. Yeah, well, the chocolate. Yeah, interesting one. Good you found them though, QP. Yeah. They're making a bit of reasonable comeback. Oh, that says... I mean, you had salt, so maybe it was crisps. We'll see. Yeah, I thought this bar was very... So yeah, it definitely was, Scotty. Yeah, it's almost like just a repackage almost. Not a bad thing, though. Palandab Mackey's Pickled Onion. I tried that. It destroyed my mouth. I did have those. I was going to review them as a thingy, but I couldn't resist having them. They literally destroyed my mouth. They're so tangy that I think my mouth. Well, I used to rather than bite them, I'd put them all in my mouth, and it would skim the edges. And eventually, I think it just really destroyed my mouth, and then it caused some kind of. I had a real problem after that with after experiencing those. It was quite extreme. Well, you have to go now, Huffy. Oh, I'll take it, Huffy. Great to see you. Glad you could make it. Have a great day, and perhaps we'll see you next time. Maybe a Canadian special part 2. Oh, so enjoy. Yeah, have a great day. Really good to see you, Huffy. Really good to see you. Salt and vinegar. Always the best flavour. That's my favourite one. Those bites are so nice. Oh, I think these are Quorn Korma bites they're talking about. It's from Discord. I'll say join Discord. I think Nightbot's just linked the thing actually there. There we go. Yeah, just below. Yeah, there you go, Nightbot. Thank you, Nightbot. Check out that link. Just click it. It's in the description. It's in the chat as well. Join Discord. Scotty's always posting decent stuff about what he's having, recommending, and of course, QP's a bit of a fan of this as well. Yeah. Yes, both are. Yeah, they are very similar. It's a good. I'm glad they exist. I just don't enjoy going through it. Bob Mortimer, that's him. Yes, that's him. He does like a fishing program. It's an old man's program basically. But I'm sort of basically 20 years behind my time or whatever it is. It's basically them two just relaxing, fishing, and they just do silly things, But they just, it's not quite. It's more about them doing silly things than fishing like it used to be. But it's quite a relaxing program to watch. It's just quite relaxing. So I recommend giving it a try. But it's more of a guy's program than, I think it's, an old man's program really. But I enjoy it. The Mexican thing with corn on the cob with cheese. Yeah, it's probably that basically. It's pretty much the same thing. Yeah. I read Bob Mortimer's both about October. Enjoyed it. Yes. Yeah, he really has. If you ever watch Would I Lie to You, that panel show, there's some clips of it on YouTube. It's some of the things he's just bonkers. He does elaborate things a bit much, but I think he has had quite an interesting life. Yeah, difficult one I think. But Mackey's Pickled Onion and one on the mild side. Yeah, well the ones I had, well, if you eat them whole and they skim the sides of your mouth when you eat them, it doesn't after the whole bag. You're not in a good state. They're very dry crisps. Yeah, I like Mackey's crisps. I like them. they're very nice dry crisps. Right, okay, Rick, won't keep you in suspenders any longer. Cherry Blossom, let's give it a go. Yes, this is the one. Probably the best. What is it, Rick? The best thing ever, did you say? Only joking. I know you said it's quite a standard thing. Looks quite interesting though, doesn't it? So, not sure what to make of this one. What does it actually say it is? Does it actually... It doesn't really say it's anything. I assume it looks like it's a sort of a cherry with... it's got palm oil in it there. You can see. Palm oil. Anything else of interest in there? Coconut peanuts, unsweetened chocolate. I presume it's got some kind of cherry in there, but I can't... Does it say cherry on there? It must say cherry on there somewhere, surely. Is it just me, or can I not see cherry on that list of ingredients? I can't. I literally can't see cherry on that list of ingredients there. Oh, there you go. Cherries. There we are. Yes, cherries. There we go. Okay, there we are. Right. Hershey's, Canada. Yes. How do you pronounce that? Mississauga, Ontario. Okay, yeah. There we are. So it looks, as I say, quite Ghostbusters-like, I think you'd say. You could rebrand this as a Ghostbusters snack, I would imagine. Maybe we call it green, but either way. And there we go, the calories. One piece, 45 grams. 210 calories, 10 grams of fats, 6 of which are saturates. So yeah, very interesting. Yes. OMG, finally. Yeah, QP's very excited for this one. Yes. Second to cream eggs. Oh, I see. Well, yeah, well, fingers crossed. It's hard to eat the weird shape. Should I cut into it, Rick? Is that a good idea? Will it ruin the experience? Should I just bite into it? Yeah, I remember talking about this about July last year. It was a while ago, wasn't it? It was a while ago. Yeah. And yes, cherries. Nice pink chocolate bar there, by the way, Scotty. Nice pink chocolate. 12 months, I think that is, isn't it? I remember. 13 months, I think I've seen, actually. Yes. Oh. And there you go. Hi, Andrew, as well. Yeah, it's good to see Andrew back in the channel. I know he's been busy with university, so best of luck, Andrew. Hope it's going well for you. Right, well, let's look at the packaging a bit more. Obviously, it looks to be a classic package shape, design rather. It's low key. An upside down 7. I guess it's the L. Yeah, so it's quite interesting. I'd say very Ghostbusters like. Seems to have sort of like possibly chopped hazelnuts in the chocolate. Does it say? There's peanuts, so maybe it's just chopped peanuts. Okay, let's give it a go. Yeah, I remember every year. Yeah, I think it said 13 months in the YouTube gives me little details. I think it said 13 months. Yeah, so thanks so much for that support, Scotty. Massively appreciated. No, it really is. Yeah, thank you so much. Down a couple of members since New Year as well. So yeah, a couple of people have stopped. So back down to what were we on? We're on 7. Back down to 5 now. So yeah, so very much appreciated that you've stayed with it, Scotty. So thank you. Let's see. But it's just the thing. People can join and come and go. I've never had a problem with that. So please don't worry about it if that's what you want to do. But yes, been a member over a year. No, as I say, thanks so much, Scotty. Thank you. Massively appreciated. Yeah, cut it in half maybe, I don't know. I bite the top off, then eat the whole thing. Well, maybe could, well, we'll see. Maybe chop the top off, maybe. Yes. Yeah, you've watched all the Bob Mills Will I Lie to You clips on YouTube. Yeah, really, yeah, very good. They are very funny, aren't they, Andrew? Yeah, he's a very funny guy. And obviously, so he makes up some of the names of his friends and things, like, I don't know, Harry. Well, some of them might be true, I don't know. But yeah, that was it. Derek Cheeseman or something, the Sniper's Dream guy, because he had a big head or something. Stupid. Yes. Well, fingers crossed. Yeah, that'd be lovely, wouldn't it, if I review them and then open it live, or well, I probably wouldn't be doing it live, but maybe I should try to. I don't know. But it'd be quite the odds of it would be quite low, wouldn't they, really? But maybe I'll do that. We'll see. That could be my clickbait. We were talking about that, QP, weren't we? Will I open a white cream egg for £10,000? Maybe that could be my. Maybe I can open one a week or something. That could be my clickbait. Right, okay, let's give this an open then. Yeah, that's very interesting. So thanks so much, Rick, for recommending this one. So Rick reckons he bites the top off. Okay, so let's see. So quite big, actually. Looks like a very small Christmas pudding. That's quite substantial, that, actually, for what I was expecting. Looking at that, I would have thought it would just be a cherry, the size of a cherry. But it's actually a lot bigger. Unless it's a big cherry, of course. I assume the cherry doesn't have a stone in it, Rick. Yeah, it goes viral over a cream egg, yes. Yeah, Reviewing white cream egg, and you'll never guess what happened. Yeah. Me with a shocked face. Yeah. Oh dear. And, I don't know, egg on my forehead or something. Yeah. So it looks very, it's a very sizable thing, this though, Rick. I'm surprised how big it is. Wow. Okay. Goodness me. You can see there, it's been filled in at the bottom. It's a really big mound, lumpy thing, this, crikey. It's actually a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Still, obviously, it's not massive, but I mean, it's big for what it is, you know. So let's give a bit of a measure then. Yeah, crikey, wow, look at the size of this. This is actually, it's pretty hefty. It's got a lot of weight to it. 3.32 centimeters in height. Width at the top, roughly. Not bad value for money as well for £1 or $1, Rick. You know, you get these for that much. 3.2 centimeters. That's this rough, this. It's not a perfect circle. About 4.5 at the bottom. In other places, yeah, about 4.4, 4.5. I don't want to. I mean, what's the weight of this as well? I mean, let's just see what the weight. 45 grams, so it's quite heavy. This, it's you know, got some substance to it. Yeah, cut it in half to see what's inside. Okay, so let's do that then, Rick. Okay. Imagine a walnut whip. Yeah, it is a bit like that, actually, Scott, isn't it? Walnut whips. Yeah. Right, cut it in half, you reckon? And Rick, you sure about this? I'll just wait for you just to say just before, just to definitely cut it in half, down the middle like this. Could be messy. I'll just wait for Rick's confirmation. Yes. I'm just doing strawberry walnut whips for Valentine's Day. I'd like to review walnut whips. I did have all those ones from Poundland, you know, the different types, but they just went out of date, I think, in the end. Yeah. You can get them without the walnut. They basically look like this, but with a walnut on top. And you've got like a sort of Milky Way style centre. Very nice, QP. You'd like them. So you can get them without the walnut on top. They're just called whips, I think. Yes, there we go. Yes, but you might cut the cherry. I know, this is it, Rick. What should I do? Is there just one cherry in it? Yeah, whips. So yeah, they're just called whips, basically. Yeah, just called whips. So you can just get them without the walnut on top. Up to me. Oh dear, I don't know. Oh dear me, Rick. What should I do? What should I do? I think we've probably got to cut it down the centre. I think we've got to do it. We've got to give it the good. We've got to see what's actually in it, haven't we? I think. Let's give it a go. Could be messy. Crikey, it's very hard. Yeah. Oof, crikey, goodness me. Wow, look at that. Oof. Wow, it's very much, there we go, look at this. Look at that. Very gooey, this one. I can see why you like this one, Rick. It looks very nice, actually. Very much up my street. Normally don't eat tall cherries, but yeah. Look at that. Smells there. Nice smell to it as well. As you can see, I think the cherry's all on this side. It's like a glacé cherry by the looks of it. Yeah, okay. There you go. You can see there bits of peanut as well. Yeah, look at that. Very much. I think kids would love this. It's very gooey. It's very much, you know, a good product for kids. This, I'd say. Well, it isn't aimed at kids, but it would be a good one for kids. Although mums and dads probably would hate it. Just get a mess everywhere. Well, just cut the top off. Oh, there we go. Sorry, Rick. I've done it now. Buttervision. Rings a bell. Yeah, see? That'll be the, yes, the walnut whips. You just need to go put out some recycling out. Oh, dear. Oh, it's less runny. It's not bad, actually. Well, QPR stopped it running out, basically, QP. It's very runny, QP. Just watch slowly. You can see it's very runny. It's really runny, that. I don't want to pour it all out because I want to taste it like that, if you know what I mean. But if you see how runny this is. Can you see it moving? It's very runny, that. You can see that running, look. Yes, it's really runny. I've just tried to stop it so I could taste it without it all running out. But yeah, it's very runny. Eat the whole half. Which one? The one with the cherry in? Yeah, I'll probably eat the one bit with the cherry in, I think, Rick. Because I got to taste the cherry. Yeah, still there is to choc out now. I need to go back there. I didn't have it when I went in, Andrew. Yeah. But this is one I want to get. The Toast White Chocolate Easter egg is out. Yes. Yes, Big Toast White Chocolate egg. Comes with 2 bags of white. I've got the mini eggs. I've got a bag of those. Yeah, alongside the regular ones. Yeah, trust me, QP. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, QP, but can you see how much it's running there? Look. I can't even Yeah, it's very runny, that. I'm hardly even moving that. Look at that. Okay, well, let's give this a bit of a taste then. Yeah, goodness me. You could be in all sorts of trouble if you ate this wrong. I think Rick's right to bite the top off, because I think that's I think if you bit it halfway down the middle, you'd be in all sorts of trouble. Maybe that's what the unexperienced do, isn't it? Probably, Rick. People have not had it before, you know. Yeah, foreigners, silly foreigners, things like that, who come in, you know, to Canada and try one, they just get it all over themselves. Yeah, oh, that's quite nice. Kick off loads of biscuit off. I think I've still had to review, actually. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, did it look like that to see? Yeah, it's got a nice filling. Nice filling. Yeah. Oh, and you see it now. Right, let's give it a go then. Okay, let's give it a go. Without further ado. Okay, so we've got the one with the cherry on. We'll taste this one because that's got the cherry in and stuff like that. So, okay, let's give it a go. Very cherry-like, of course. Interesting, actually. Not bad, you know. It's quite an interesting one. As you imagine, it's very, very cherry-like. I'm trying to make up my mind then, because it's quite nice, but I feel the chocolate's perhaps a bit out of place almost. You know, I feel like I'm not sure that the chocolate works too well with it. I don't know. I like the cherry centre though, and the cream and things. It's quite nice, interesting. Yeah. Might have to go for the whole thing now. Let's have a try. I don't know. Do I dare? I could just drink it, couldn't I? I could almost drink it, really. Let's try the whole thing. Come on, let's go for it. Let's go for the whole thing. Very thick chocolate. I think despite all that sauce and things, I don't think it's quite as prominent a flavour as I expect it to be. And there might be too much chocolate in it. I can understand why it is so thick, because I don't want it obviously accidentally going through and causing all sorts of trouble. So we've obviously had to make the chocolate very thick to ensure it's very solid and doesn't, you know, leak out loads of strawberry juice and things. But I don't know, interesting one. I feel like it's just not quite as cherry. Did I say strawberry? Cherry, sorry. Yeah, I feel like it's quite not as cherry-like as I thought it would be. All that sort of juice and stuff didn't quite have the cherry taste I was expecting. Still catching your throat a bit, but I feel like there's just too much chocolate. And it takes away from it a bit. Do you find that, Rick? What do you think? Yeah. That'll be your favourites from Milk Train Dairy Box. Oh, sorry, Andrew. You never know. They might come back, but yeah, I think you're probably right. Probably gone for good, I think. Yeah, Milk Tray is very disappointing. It really is. Yeah, it really is. Yes. Need the other half. Yeah, did do, Rick. Did do. Yes. Crikey Bob. Yeah, it was very thick. Very interesting now. Yeah. Yeah, the chuck is the weakest part. It's well, yeah, it's actually, well, yes, I know. It's the strongest part as far as the consistency with, but yeah, weakest part of the taste. Not bad though, but I feel like the taste of the chocolate takes away from the cherry. I feel like there's I actually quite liked it, but I feel like, you know, it just didn't quite taste as much cherry as I thought. Despite all that runny filling, it seemed to just really disappear in the mouth without much of a taste. You know, yeah, interesting one really. Interesting, yeah, Rick. I quite liked it. I liked it as an experience. I thought it was very novel, very interesting. Let's see, quite messy. That's the last bit left over. I feel like the cherry syrup really does just disappear in the mouth quite quickly. There's definitely a coconutty taste I seem to get. Is there a coconut in here? Let's have a look. I think it was still in date, by the way, as well. I think. Yes. He says 2022 on it. 2022, I think, or something like that. I'm not sure, but anyway. See, what's the coconut in? I got a taste of coconut there. Yeah, coconut. You could definitely taste that coconut in there as well. But I'm not sure it needed it really. I feel like it's just lots of things taken away from the cherry taste there. I think as an experience, it's pretty good. Yeah, not as much. It's just, well, I feel like there's a lot of cherry. It's just not. It doesn't taste as much as it should do. Yeah, it's interesting. I like the experience stuff. It was a nice experience. But not sophisticated. Well, it's like you say. It's not like a. Yeah, it's like a really cheap product, isn't it? I admit, I understand that. I know what you mean. It was a nice flavour. I just feel like it could have been stronger, and I felt like the other flavours didn't help it. You know what I mean? So the chocolate had a bit of a flavour to it, and it had sort of like peanuts in it or something, and there was coconut there for sure. And those flavours just took away a bit from the cherry flavour. So I don't know. I'm not sure. Obviously as a whole, it still was nice, but I feel like looking at that, I would expect a very strong cherry taste. Really, and I didn't really get that. I got quite a lot of other tastes like coconut, peanuts, maybe peanut consistency, the chocolate as well, which you probably couldn't avoid the chocolate too much because it's there to hold it all in. Because if it wasn't strong, any kind of pressure on it would cause all sorts of horrible mess. So I could understand that. I know why they've done it logistically. Interesting one. Yeah, I feel like I don't know what to make of it. I feel like there's quite a lot going on there, and it's quite nice. I just feel like it's perhaps just too much going on in areas that I would prefer they weren't, if you know what I mean. So an interesting one. Unless I don't think I give it a bad mark, really. I just feel like it's perhaps not quite. I think it just hold the sense. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, I think I mentioned that before, and it's good because if it wasn't, and there was any slight impact, all that runniness would come out and cause all sorts of havoc. Yeah, so no, I perfectly understand that. It has to be quite strong. So I understand why they've done that. Yeah, Andrew likes fruit flavours. Yeah, fruit flavours are always good. I feel like this one. I've had little chocolates before that have had a stronger cherry taste than this one, and I think that's my problem with it. Yeah, and I don't think it helps itself by having lots of other flavours in there, which is a bit bizarre. I don't know why they've done that. I don't know why they've got coconut in there. I know coconut and cherry do go together quite frequently in some bars, like those coconut rough or whatever they're called. Cherry ripe and stuff like this. I don't know, yeah, whatever they're called, those Cadbury Australia ones and things. But in this case, I think I would be expecting very much a strong cherry taste, and it's even got glacé cherry in there as well, which I guess aren't really massively cherry-like. But yeah, interesting. I'm glad I enjoyed it. It was nice one there, Rick. I mean, it wasn't. I don't want to sound too disappointed because I'm not. I feel like it was quite nice actually. Very much a good experience as well. Very interesting. But yeah, the cherry should be stronger. Yeah. I feel like it should be, but maybe if it was a real cherry, it wouldn't be as cheap as it is, and also might cause problems. But they could have the cherry flavouring, couldn't you, as well? And there's no reason that couldn't be strong. But keep in mind, in the 1980s, yeah. I do quite like it, really. I just feel like, I feel like you'd probably be expecting, you'd be. I'm expecting more cherry and not things like coconut, basically. It's not too bad though. It's quite an interesting one. I think it's a novelty thing. Quite thick chocolate. It's definitely got something for everyone. I think. I just feel like they're definitely going to be people who really love it. Because they love the coconut and they like the peanut and they like the chocolate as well. And they're not really bad things either. I just feel like it's perhaps not quite. Yeah, in my opinion, I feel like it should be more cherry. Even if it's a false cherry flavour, it doesn't have to be real cherries and things. I feel like it should have more than that. So, yeah. I want to give it higher than this, Rick, but I feel I'm going to have to give it a 3 out of 5. I feel like I just can't give it higher because it doesn't have a strong cherry taste. So I can't really say, well, yeah. I just feel for me, it's not quite strong. If it just had a stronger cherry taste, it would be a 3.5, 4, I think. And I think, yeah, I don't know, because it's like a cream layer as well in there. You see, there's more of the, there was like a white layer in there as well, wasn't there? And this, that, and I don't think that came across as really much either. You know what I mean? So, interesting one. A nice experience. Very much a novelty product for me, I think. I really quite enjoyed it, though. I could have it again. I think it'd be interesting to see if they did limited edition flavours. They probably don't. But if they ever did like a little other flavoured ones or whatever, it'd be quite interesting. Well, I don't think they would do. But, they could do something quite interesting. But, yeah, interesting product, that, Rick. Very interesting, yes. But yeah, definitely a product that I enjoy. It's a nice experience to have. I think that's the thing of it. But I can imagine, if you go wrong with that, if you bite it down the middle, You could have a world of pain as far as all the mess is concerned. Honestly, yeah, one of those. Yes. What would you rate it, Rick? What would you rate it? If you remember, I have put the stars on here now, but unfortunately only members can use them. So I have, so you can put like stars on and things like this, like that. See if I can send it. There you see, I have put the stars in there now, so you can do that. There we go. Although, of course, maybe I could do that now, couldn't I? I could review it this way, put the stars on it this way, but there we go. Yeah. Any cherry centre chocolate I would recommend? Ooh. Let's see, well, there's not many of them, actually. One with a full cherry in there. I don't really know if there is any sort of, yeah, I don't know if there is any sort of proper full one. I mean, there was like, let's say there is this one, just have it to hand. I think, well, this is raspberry, actually, so it's raspberry, this one, Ruffles. I mentioned this last time, it's raspberry. This is a cherry ripe Australian one, but I wasn't massively too keen on it. It looked a bit like it had rotting flesh on the inside, the way it looked. It was a bit, Scotty might have an idea. Any cherry centre ones you've had, Scotty, before? There must be some. In fact, I feel like there is one. I can't think what it is. There's definitely some like novel products that you've got in the UK where if you go to a shop, they'll have like a cherry centre chocolate, but it won't be a big branded product. It'll be like just one that comes out around Christmas or something like that. One I had was messy and the film was leaking out. Yeah, so, well, despite the fact that the chocolate's so thick, it can obviously still happen. Yeah. Don't see too many. There isn't too many. No, I think you're right. Oh, I've cleared that back. There isn't too many, Rick. I think you're right there. There isn't too many. So it is very much in a relative league of its own, really. There probably is some. There are some sort of specialist ones, but I don't think there's any big brand ones around. Sounds familiar. Yes, is it? Yeah. Yes, is it? Yeah, I've got. Yeah, I might save. I've got a couple more, but I might save them for maybe another one. I think it's too many to do today, so maybe I'll do like a Canadian one part 2 maybe. I know, Rick, you said you were going to send some stuff, so maybe I'll leave the others until then perhaps. I'm not sure. Yes, good thing about this one is you can buy it any store here, and if you're in the mood, yeah. The other cherry chocolates have always been selection, so it's not easy to eat regularly. Yes, you're probably right. Well, the thing is, it's still good. 3 out of 5 is still a good rating, by the way. Don't forget this, because the average chocolate is nice, you know what I mean? So a 3 out of 5 is nice, and it's a good experience. So, it's just the fact that because all chocolate is usually nice, the average is then going to be, yeah. It's still is a 3, basically, but it doesn't mean it's not nice. So, yeah, I enjoy it. It's a nice experience, but should remember, you don't get that many, no. I think there are sort of like, ones you just get in shops as a special thing. I've seen like, dark chocolate ones, I think, with a cherry inside. But I think they've just been like, I wouldn't say, well, like a novelty sale product or something like that, I think, is the gist of it. Yeah, yeah, I think it's been a bit more like that, to be honest with you. But a very interesting one. I enjoyed that. As I say, it was nice and a novel product, as I say. I think it's just the fact that, it just wasn't cherry-like enough for me. I would have expected a stronger cherry taste, but it's still nice. Yeah, still nice. Yeah. So one of those, I think. Yeah, an interesting one. Yeah. No, I enjoyed all those. I'd say I've got about 3 more to do, but I think I'll save them perhaps for a Canadian chocolate part 2, maybe if I get some more. Or if I think Rick said he's sending me some, so if I get those, I can perhaps, I don't know how many Rick's sending, of course, but I might save them for a Canadian chocolate part 2, perhaps, I think, because I've got too many to review today, and you get to the point where you get to the last chocolate syndrome if you have too many, and you end up not really enjoying them because you've had too much, yeah. The thing is, said it might not be Canadian. Oh, I see, crikey. I made anything out yet? Oh, no worries, Eric. No worries. Well, don't feel obliged to do anything. Don't worry about it. But yeah, thank you so much. Yes, and if you do want to send anything, by the way, in Discord I can send out the address, by the way. So just let me know, and I can get in touch with you like that. Obviously, it's a PO box essentially, but obviously I'll give it controlled in. I'll give it out controlled in Discord. So yeah, so there we are. Yeah, thanks for your by the way, your yes, proactive. Moderation before Scotty, by the way, very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. Yeah, it's been a score bar. I don't think so. It sounds familiar, but I might be thinking of Skol beer. I'm not sure. I don't think we do. Might have one of those. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, thanks, Rick. Yeah, thanks for that. Yes. Yeah, thanks for coming to Discord, boys. Good to see you in there. And glad the Discord's becoming a bit more yeah, anyway, good to see more people in there, Hufflepuff in there, well, Huffley, Hufflepuff, I keep calling him. Rick as well. Not seeing it here. I don't, yeah, it sounds familiar, but as I say, I could be thinking of something else, like the beer, for instance. Scotty might have seen it, if anyone. Or maybe Andrew as well, of course. But I know Scotty does the rounds quite frequently. Yeah, so yeah, always great to see everyone. By the way, great to see everyone in Discord. Really nice to see you all. Black Rap. Here we go. Scotty has seen it. Yes, American Bar Sure. Yeah, see. Yeah, right there we go. Yeah, sometimes you get the odd import. Basically, Scotty frequents lots of import shops as well, so he's more likely to see it. So there we go. Yeah. You a fan of it, Scotty? What do you reckon? Obviously. No idea. Yeah, so it's been a good Canadian special today. So we've done about 5 products, I think, 5 or 6, I think it was. Well, done a pretty good amount, really, a good amount there. I've quite enjoyed it. So hopefully I'll do another one and perhaps get some more imported goods soon as well. So I might look into getting another couple of Canadian ones to do another Canadian special in a few weeks' time, perhaps. So we'll see. So I've got a few more to do, but I feel like I've probably had too much now, I think, and I think it would be not wise to do any more. So I hope you understand that. It's one of those, got to sort of find that balance, basically. Hard toffee, not your thing. Yeah, hard toffee, difficult one, hard toffees. Was a bit like Reasons, stuff, something like that, was it, Scotty? I don't mind some of them, it depends. I quite like a nice chewy toffee, but it can depend on it's one of those, it can be in the balance. Oh dear. But yeah, no, great to see everyone, by the way. Really good to see you all. Had a great time chatting you all today. Really nice. I guess this brings us to the end of this one, the Canadian special. But I feel like there's enough there for a Canadian special part 2. Well, you just caught the end, Huffle. Yes. Or Huffy. You just caught the end. It's been a really nice one. Yeah. Did a good few. Might have to watch on catch up. Just did a cherry blossom at the end, so worth seeing and catch up, I think. But I've got a couple more to do. I might save them for a Canadian special part 2. So there we go. Yes. Wish you all blessed and peaceful you are. Thanks so much, Joe. Really good to see you, by the way. And if you ever do come back to Discord, it'd be great to see you back there. So really would be nice to see you there, but no pressure at all. Buttery toffee, you say, not chewy. Okay, interesting. Well, I'd like to. Well, no obligation, but it'd be nice to taste it. Oh, nice one, Rick. Well, thanks for all the recommendations, Rick. Thanks for the cherry blossom recommendations and the other things as well. Really nice to try them all, and really much appreciated. And hopefully I'll see you for the next Canadian one. And you too, Huffy. No, don't worry, we joined earlier on. I think you left at the wrong time, that was the thing. But no worries, Huffy. You can always watch on catch up. So yeah. Oh, it'll be great, it's always appreciated. Oh, thank you so much, Scotty. It's been great to see you all. Thanks, QP. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Huffy. Thanks, Rick. Oh, and Joe, of course. Oh, yeah, and no problem at all. It'd be really great to see you. Oh, it's great that you could make it. And good to see you in Discord as well. Sorry, I'm a bit slow sometimes replying, but we'll get there. So yes. Oh, thank you so much, Joe. Yeah, it'd be great to see you there. Really would be. But as I say, no obligation. But it's always great to see you. So thanks so much. Oh, thanks everyone. Thanks for the lovely day, and QP as well. Oh, and Rick, I think I would have said bye to Rick, of course, because he was just there. But great to see you all. So have a great day, everyone. Thanks so much. Thanks again for all your support. Have a great new year. And there's a 6-second delay, so I do apologise if I've gone by the time you send a message or what have you. But hope you have a lovely evening. Thanks again, as I say, for all your support. Great to see you, and hopefully I'll see you in the next live. Probably Wednesday for Slash Watch, I imagine. All right, take care, guys. Have a great weekend. Bye.